All right, I figured I would do this video. This is my Fit Special. If you look, front of the trigger guard's cut off, hammer's bobbed, barrel's been cut short. This is design was done by John Henry Fitzgerald. From what I understand, he actually worked for the Colt factory. He was taking double action Colts before Colt even offered snub noses, cutting the barrels down, cutting the front of the trigger guard off, cutting the hammer off, and he did it for the reason that I think he was in New York. He wore gloves a lot in the wintertime and that, and he wanted something that he could get his finger on the trigger with gloves on. When I first seen these, I think first time I ever seen one of these was in a picture of one in John Taffin's Big Bore 6 guns. I believe that's where I seen this first time. And I thought, who would do something like that? That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's dangerous, this and that. And I was young when I seen it. Then as I got older, every once in a while you'd see one in a book, and it got me to curious, why did they do that? And that's when I found out that you could special order these from Colt back in the day, and it was called a Fit Special. And this is what the Colt Detective Special became because of Fit Specials. The reason why I'm showing you this is today it's like -15, -16 degrees with the wind chill. And I work outside, so I have to have big, heavy gloves on, and these are insulated. Well, if I have these gloves on, there's no guns in my gun collection that I can conceal that I can get my finger inside the trigger guard with these gloves on. With this Fit Special, I can go right just like that. I can get that trigger. And if this thing's still small enough that when I got a Carhartt coat on, I can drop this in my coat pocket. Even with gloves on, I can reach in there, pull it out. Actually, with this, I could actually shoot through the coat pocket if I had to. It actually fits inside my bibs, too, the pocket of my bibs, and drop it in there. And this is the gun that got me started with the whole keeping my thumb on the hammer when I'm putting this in a pocket or pulling it out. I don't carry this in a holster. It literally is just either in my jacket pocket or my bibs pocket. But once when I go to put this in the pocket or take it out, I always have my thumb on that hammer, because this one would be very easy to snag something and fire. This also has an extremely heavy trigger pull, so trying to, when it's in the pocket, it's not going to the trigger guard, there's enough of a trigger guard that it's not going to catch as long as your pockets are empty, and it would be kind of hard to fire this. Like I said, it has an extremely heavy trigger pull. It has a flat mainspring hammer. And this one, because I do carry it sometimes, I have a Wolf extra power hammer spring in it, so that, you got to really pull this trigger in order to fire this. But it's not a match pistol. I'm not shooting competition or nothing else. I don't mind a heavy trigger pull because it's a self-defense gun, and odds are that if I ever have to use it, it's going to be at close enough range where I don't need to aim it. That's also why I never put a front sight on it, because this is literally a up-close and personal gun. But what do you guys carry in the wintertime if you work outside and you got to wear gloves? This is just, I still got the J-frame on me, but this is so that if I have the gloves on, I have something that I can get to quick. I don't have to worry about trying to get my gloves off or nothing else. But this is my Fit Special. I actually have a couple of these. I have one that's on Smith & Wesson, well, one of those Italian Smith & Wesson clones. But I wanted a real Colt Fit Special, and that's why I built this one. Someday I might buy one of them Tysus 1911s and do a fit special on a 1911. There was a famous Texas Ranger, Lone Wolf Gonzalez, I can't remember his first name, but he actually carried, I believe, 2 fit special revolvers, and then later on in his career he was known to carry 1 or 2 fit special 1911s. And as far as I know, John Henry Fitzgerald, who started the fit special, only made revolvers, so I think Lone Wolf Gonzalez's 1911s were probably done by himself or a gunsmith or something like that. But this is my fit special. This is for when I got gloves on and I'm out in the cold. Hope everybody has a great day. See you on the flip side.